What's up, everybody? So we're eating, and we're just gonna call this the Car Chronicles.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But this is the only way we do things in peace and quiet. And Zion's with his auntie right now, so we got a babysitter right now. I'm munching on some L&L. Mac Road L&L is the business.
Best one.
Do not go to any other L&L. Go to Mac Road because they're the business.
Okay.
You got your hope.
I was just asking. There's no say no.
This is why I get food that she doesn't eat, because I don't like sharing with her. If I ask her for a rib, she's going to give me a skin, the fat on the bone. You want sauce?
Thank you.
Don't ask for nothing, though. Get your own chicken cuts next time. We were supposed to go to Burger Patch today, but it didn't happen. So
I should have got this.
always, you can't have my plate unless you're gonna trade.
This is so good. Yeah, it's so good right now. It's okay. I'm okay with my food.
You better be, because I wasn't about to give you mine. Anyway, so we are grubbing, but we're gonna tell you about our recovery. That road was something
Long.
else. It was, and I'm pretty sure for my wife it was long too.
I mean, I didn't mind the recovery part. It was just, I felt like a lot of it could have been avoided. Just because she was in labor for so long and she got an infection. And with that, catching an infection, we had to go home with, what's it called? It's not
PICC
called-
line.
Yeah, PICC line. There you go. She had to go home with a PICC line. She had to administer her own medication. So, like, not only did we have to get up and have a brand new baby to feed him, but we had to get up again I had to, like, administer her medicine.
My wife, yeah, she had to
She
learn.
couldn't do it by
She had
herself.
to learn how to do it.
And
So basically, shoot first. Basically, we're not gonna go through the recovery in the hospital because everybody knows how that is. Well, yes and no, because I had epidural, I had a catheter. Because it took so much time on epidural, I feel like they kind of messed up a nerve in there because my leg took a while to come to. With my left leg, it was numb for a long time.
yeah,
I couldn't
you
feel it for a long time.
couldn't even go pee for a while too.
Yeah, so I couldn't pee either for a long time too. That's why they took the catheter out. So see if I use the bathroom by myself, they give you like a whole day. Basically, it's not good if you don't pee. Obviously, you don't empty your bladder. Shit can happen. It could rupture. Stuff can happen when it's too full. So I couldn't go pee. They put the catheter back, and then they pulled it out again. And so I had it with the catheter and I had it with the sticking it back, and that shit's painful. Just TMI, but that shit is painful as fuck. So, a nurse in the recovery side was like, "Hey, have you tried peppermint?" Now, so for you moms out there who ever go through this problem, peppermint oil, amazing. She gave me the peppermint oil, and I thought it was BS. Like, I was like, okay, I'll just take her advice, because I was like sitting on the toilet for long. Like, I felt like I had to pee, but it wouldn't come. She came in there. Another thing, when you go through all this shit, you don't give a shit who sees this shit, whatever. Like, you can be butt naked and you won't care because you've been through, people done seen everything. So at that point, it didn't matter to me. I'm really self-conscious, but after that experience, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. So she came in the bathroom. I was trying to use the bathroom, and she gave me the peppermint, and it took about 5 minutes. I sniffed it, and like, boom, 5 minutes later, I was peeing, and I was like, thankful for her because she was amazing. A lot of her,
so sweet.
so sweet. A lot of our recovery nurses was amazing. We had a whole bed to her, like a whole room to ourselves, so she got to sleep in the bed. You know, our baby was in ICU, so she was gone all the time. I was on the IV, like I was on IV with my medicine, so I couldn't leave. I didn't get to see him for like till like till it's time to almost go home.
Yeah.
So it was.
Couldn't walk.
I couldn't walk.
Or anything like that.
You know, like I was going through it. Like it was pretty embarrassing. Like I pee myself. Like it was. Sometimes I didn't know when it was coming. Like it was a rough time for me, and it was just a lot. So when it was time to go home, they were figuring out like how I was gonna do this with my medicine, because it was like every 4 hours or every few hours someone had to administer my own medicine. And like, so they put a PICC line in. I forgot where they put it though. They put it higher up that first time.
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of high up on my arm.
So we had to go back to the hospital. We were in the hospital for I think like a couple days.
No, we were there for a long time. About almost a week.
No. The first time we were there.
Almost a week.
Because we went there twice and we were there.
We were there a week. Going first was the first time there.
Yeah. So we was there a week the first time, and then we were only home. I think maybe like
a day.
A day. I think maybe 2 days. It could have been a day or two. We were home, and then we had to go back to the hospital.
Yeah, but so
because of was you running fever or something like that?
My heart was racing. So
yeah.
I had my PICC line inserted. So it was close. Like it was like up on my arm up here, kind of. So basically, they made her go through training for it because it's too high for me to reach it. So she had to administer my medicine for me. And mind you, I'm a paranoid freak, and so like you get air in the line, anything happen to you, cause all kind of weird shit. So like it was just a lot for me, like going through that medicine thing, and dealing with myself, and then taking care of baby. And it was a lot. And you know, if anybody tells you postpartum depression isn't real, that shit is real. Like I didn't think it was like gonna come that fast, and I was like, maybe, you know, I'm strong enough, I can handle it. That didn't help with it. Like when we were home, I went through times where I didn't want to bathe. Like I was so depressed. Like I didn't want to hold the baby. Like I did not want nothing to do with him. But when he didn't want to be with me and he would cry, it would make me sad. And then I'll be like, he just wants you. Like I would feel so sad. Like I don't want to cry over everything. Like that's the depression part was the worst feeling ever that I've ever felt. Like you can ask, I would literally start crying out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, and like that was just a lot. I'm sorry from everywhere, but like just all the memories just coming back to me. It was just a lot. So we did the PICC line thing, right? They sent me home with that. I wasn't aware that the medicine makes your heart race, but my blood pressure
skyrocket.
Like yeah, so I couldn't sleep. The first night we went home, the medicine she gave it to me, and she had to get up. Poor thing, she had to get up in the middle of the night. Like we had to get up to feed the baby, and we had to get up. I was nursing, so and she was helping me watch him when I was asleep. So when she finally got to sleep, by the time it was time for my medicine, she would get up and try to put my medicine for me. It was a lot on her too, and I'm pretty sure like you lost a lot of sleep, you know, with that.
Yeah, I was fine with it though. I mean, as long as both of them were okay, I was fine. I mean, hey, I went down there 24 hours with no sleep. So I was like, I'll be fine. Even if I was just, you know, just sitting there with my eyes wide open, but I know my brain was shut off, I was getting some type of sleep. I like was mastering that. I was just like this. And be dead asleep. Right.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways. So I couldn't sleep. My heart was racing. I felt like I was gonna die. So mind you, listen to me when I say this, I'm paranoid free. I'm fucking Googling. Don't ever Google symptoms, because that shit will have you convinced you'll die in 24 hours. Because like when you get C-section is a major surgery, your body can give off a blood clot, clogged blood vessel. It can give off a blood clot, and all that shit can happen. So I'm Googling, and it's telling me that that's possible, that I could have this happening. And I'm over here paranoid and freaked out. I couldn't sleep, made it worse for me. So we get up the next day, and she tries to like, you know, see how I'm doing. We ride it out for like majority of the day, and like it gets to the afternoon, I'm like, I can't do this. Okay, we just left the hospital. And we ended up back in the hospital. They took me back in, and my blood pressure was high. They thought maybe it was like, you know, I got eclampsia after the birth, because that's possible as well.
Or preeclampsia.
Yeah.
That's what they thought it really was.
But so the PICC line, okay, let me tell you, the PICC line, you know, I think diabetics and stuff, they have that stuff. It's to administer long-term medicine and stuff like that. But so they weren't supposed to use the PICC line for. It says that because even when I went back to the hospital, the doctor that did the PICC line was like, "Oh, this is just for medicine. It's not. You can't use it to draw blood. You can't use it to as an IV, stuff like that." So the people at the hospital, they gave me my saline. They did my IV through my PICC line.
Yeah.
And I told them they're not supposed to do that. So because they did that, they blew my PICC line. And like I had bad pain, and I told them, you guys gotta stop putting that medicine, because they put my CT medicine in that, my CT scan medicine in that. And I told them, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to use my PICC line for that. My doctor said that. And they're like, no, you'll be fine, you know, da-da-da. They didn't know shit about a PICC line, okay? So Kaiser doesn't know shit. I don't know what the fuck who they hire over there, but they didn't know shit, because they didn't know what a PICC line was. And I kept telling them, they didn't listen to me. So they inserted the medicine in there, and it gave me bad pain all the way up my neck. Like, it was so sore. And so they stopped it, right? They sent me back to the recovery, pretty much, because I was still fresh out of
labor and delivery.
Yeah, they gave me back to the recovery area side of, you know, labor, delivery, or whatever. And so the lady who inserted my PICC line the first time came back and see me, and the doctors in the recovery area were using my PICC line for the medicine as well, to calm down my blood pressure. And that made it worse, the pain. And I told them, you guys, I was like, sorry. They're like, I was like, it hurts. Like, it hurts. We're gonna have somebody come see it. So the lady came back and seen it. She's like, you guys.
I think the lady came back, and she pretty much told them that they can't do that, and they took it out.
She cussed them out. She wasn't even nice about it.
No, I know she wasn't,
because she went outside and talked to them.
But she had to take it out and
redo it.
And she put it lower this time. And she told them that not to put nothing in there besides the medicine that was given to us. That's the only thing that can go in that line. Anything else cannot go in there. Which, honestly, to me, I feel like as them being doctors and nurses and stuff like that, that's something that you should already know. And if you don't know about it, obviously you need to get better training on it. Or if you don't know, ask questions. You might just think, oh, okay, well, there's a PICC line in here. It makes my job a whole lot easier. I can just do this and do that. Like, no, because something serious could have really happened.
Right.
And it would have been completely on their, it would have been their fault, you know. And I highly doubt that Kaiser wanted to play with that.
But, so they fixed my PICC line, whatever. My heart rate came down. And we went back home, and just overall, it was a lot. Like I said, with that, like I didn't want to get dressed. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, it was a lot. Like, depression hit me bad with that whole. I think without the PICC line, like with all that sickness and stuff like that, I probably would have dealt with it a little better. But it was just a lot of weight on me. I just felt pressured. I felt overwhelmed. If I didn't have her, dude, I probably would have lost my mind. Like, not kill my child, lose my mind, but I probably would have like been broken down every time. So it was a lot for me. And I had to do that medicine for what? Close to 2 months, maybe?
Yeah.
Or 4 more weeks or some shit like that. 6 more weeks. 6 more weeks after the hospital.
On top of that, Zion wasn't trying to like latch on and everything.
Yeah, like and on top of that, I was going through like a lot of problems with his nursing and stuff like that, so that made me even more depressed. You know, so it was a bumpy road, but with somebody by your side, like it could be so much easier. Like, you know, like you know, she'd always be there to comfort me and tell me I'm okay. Like I'm being a crybaby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was going through that kind of shit. Like, you know, I was like it was crazy, and it was barely any sleep. And then we had a lot of help. The people would come by, and like Christina, Zion's godmom, one of Zion's godparents, she was there a lot. She got us like, she was so sweet. She got us like DoorDash food, and she'd order us food all the time because we would never leave our house. His other godparents, Destiny and them, they were amazing too. They were always like, you guys need anything we needed, they were there, you know. And like our parents were amazing. Like everybody, like our support system after we had him, like right
It was
at that
really
moment,
strong.
was strong. It was so strong, and I appreciate everybody for that, because that was rough. That time was pretty rough for us, and I didn't want to sleep in my room. My water broke in my room. Like I don't, for some reason I felt so much traumatized. I did not want to sleep in my bed. We slept in the living room for a month because I did not want to sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
I did not want to be in my bed. For some reason I just felt bad juju. Like I didn't want to sleep in my bed. It took a long time to make it over that. And
even though it was all cleaned up and everything,
yeah,
like
my mom, because after we gave birth, my mom went to the house when she knew we were gonna go home, and she like cleaned my house. She put plugins everywhere. She cleaned that house spotless. She scrubbed my bed. She cleaned, like, she was amazing. Her and her dude went to the house and they cleaned up for us, and like put his bassinet together and did our bed and just made sure our house was so clean, so we had nothing to worry about when we went home. We could just go home and be with our baby.
Yeah.
And that was like amazing. Like, you know, no matter what you got to go through, if you have the fucking support system, it's easier. It's hard, but it's not as hard as it would normally be with nobody.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, so when I finally got my PICC line out, it was like a relief, you know. And then we got the proper help when it came to nursing. Actually, one of the nurses, before we came home the first time, she was like a lifesaver, because she she worked with me a lot. Like, and she was like a lactation specialist at Kaiser, and she was the dopest. Like, she was so amazing.
Because every time it was time to feed, she came in the room.
Yeah. And so she came in there and she helped me and she got him to latch. Like, she's the reason why he latched. The other lady that helped us in his special care unit area, she was like rough with him. I didn't like it. He didn't like it. Like,
Which is that the one that I told?
No, it was a different one. She was sweet, but she was trying to force him onto my nipple and stuff.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was not having it. So like that made me so sad. But we had a proper lactation specialist come in and see us when we were in our room, and the baby was there, and he latched. Like, after that, boom, just boobies, and then, like, you know, and then it was like,
and he's still boobies.
Shut the fuck. He's still boobies, okay? This motherfucker's a grown-ass man asking for boobies, all right? And I cannot get him off, so if anybody out there has any advice, let me know. Like, chili pepper water or something, because this boy will not get off the boob. Like, if you don't give him boobs, he's like, okay, so you ever met a person who smokes weed all the time, right? And you can tell when they haven't had their blunt for the day because they're just moody. That's him. You can tell he hasn't had boobies because he's just moody as shit from the time he wakes up all day until he gets boobies. And it's ridiculous. Like, literally, I have him, can I have boobies, please, mama? If you can put the sentence together, it's horrible. But
it's like Mr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
But a lot of, like, I think I've already said this, a lot of doctors and stuff said that it's a very good thing that he's still nursing. So.
Oh, on top of that, he's not vaccinated, so I feel like it's just a really, really good reason why he is still breastfed. Like me, I don't have a problem with him being breastfed still, because I know he's getting like all the nutrients that he needs. You know, he gets it all from her and everything, even though she be tired and stuff like that. Sometimes not eating or eating the proper food, but he gets it all. And trust and believe me, he loves his boobies, because he be like, milk.
Look, that's a whole other conversation. That boy is something else, okay? And he need to get off. He got till 3. He's done. I don't care.
He'll let you know if there's something in there or not too. He's so funny.
But our we made it through that. We made it through our rough patch. And you know what? And you know what? Another thing for any new moms out there, going back to work, it's hard. It is, especially being a nurse. So it's hard, especially being a nursing mom. You know, it's hard because you got to stop, pump, and all that. But jobs are supposed to. I don't know if this is true, but jobs are supposed to have like mother's rooms for you to pump and stuff like that. Give you time to do that. It's like, I don't know if I want to say it's like kind of the law or something in California that, you know, to where, I don't know, everywhere. Like, I'm not going to speak for everything, but from my understanding, You should have a designated area to breastfeed, and you should be able to do it, you know, as often as you need to without any no's and ifs, ands, or buts. Which a lot of my jobs were okay with that. But going back to work is difficult. It was hard, and like, you know, I was happy because I couldn't wait. Like, I love my kid, but I couldn't. I'm a worker. Anybody knows me as I'm a worker bee, and I could not wait to go back to work. But just know that if you're in the middle of switching jobs, you have to be at a job for at least a year or so many hours before you can actually get FMLA to where your job is protected. You are able to take the extra time off, but nobody's to say that your job is protected. You get what I'm saying? So on the state side, you can definitely take the time off and they'll pay you, but on the job side, you won't have that job security. They don't have to hold your job if you've only been there for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you that protected leave. And I found that out. So it was rough for me because then I didn't get to take because you get to have your bonding time, I think it is, the first year of their life. So you can take that so many other weeks off to be with them through the first year of life and still get paid for it. But after that is up, you don't get it no more. So because I was in the middle of switching jobs, I was not able to take that time, the rest of the time off, because I wouldn't have a job security. My job wouldn't have been held because I wasn't there that long. So, like I said, for you new moms out there, do not rush into going back to work. Enjoy your time with your baby. Take all the time that they give you, because sometimes they might pay you more than your work's gonna, you know, pay you. And I learned it the hard way, and I honestly regret it a little bit, but it was a learning experience, you know. And my advice is, if you can take that time, take advantage of that time. Do not rush it. Don't rush your time, because it's definitely worth the time, you know.
Yeah, I would say I had a lot of withdrawals, and it was time for me to go back to work because my job, I was fortunate enough to get about 5 months off.
What? 5 months?
Yeah, no? I didn't go back to work. I didn't go back to work until August, right before my birthday. Right around the time I was off, March, April, May, June, July, August, the rest of March. I didn't go back to work until August.
Yeah, but that seems kind of long though for a parent.
Because you had a C-section and they knew everything that would happen. You had complications during your pregnancy. Oh, not during pregnancy, but during your delivery. You had complications.
Okay.
That's why I was able to stay off as long as I did. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was rough, but we made it. Shit. Let me tell you something now. When I went to go take my PICC line, the nurses over there were like, "What the fuck?" Every nurse that seen me after that read my file, said everything that could have went wrong with your pregnancy or your delivery went wrong. What the fuck happened? And I lied. I shit you not. That was their words. I shit you not. That was their words, because that's how bad it was. But hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So, with that said, a proper support system, you know, and just keeping your head up as much as you can helps a lot. I did.
Having a strong partner.
Yeah. It wasn't for her.
It's really, I would say, it's a really good thing too. Even though you have a strong support system, but if you have a strong partner by your side,
yep,
you'll be fine. You know, but your partner has to be like, okay, it's okay. You know, they should tell her. If I don't feel like showering, okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna shower either.
She'll stink too, shit. We're gonna be stank together, babe.
I didn't shower with her. I mean, when she didn't shower, I didn't shower. I'm like, okay, well, it's fine. Well, I'm not gonna shower either.
Bro, you should have seen when we showered though. We literally had his bassinet right by the bathroom door. The door wide open. Like, literally hop out the shower type. Cause I had C-section, so like I was sluggish. I was already like, you know, I couldn't move as fast, so she would hop out, half soaked up, bro. Like, she hop out the shower and have to go get the baby, man. It's so funny.
Soap all on the floor and everything, and it was funny because there was nothing wrong with him. He was just moving around in his sleep. But that's like, I was paranoid. Like, when I say I couldn't have him out of my sight, like I really couldn't. Even when we were sleeping, you know, and she would be up and I would sleep because he's sleeping. I would literally be like holding him, and like I'm literally facing him, like making sure he's still breathing because I have him face me, make sure I can still feel him breathing and everything. Like I was paranoid, and it was just like, you thought I didn't have to hold baby myself.
No, that's how it was too. Like, anxiety is real, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm about to this is like my testimony, bro. Anxiety and the postpartum depression, all that shit is real. I'm not saying that like, but I've experienced it to the fullest when after I had my baby. Like, it was crazy. It was just like a different experience for me.
Really bad anxiety, but having a newborn baby and my wife having postpartum was like a different type of like anxiety, you know, because it's just like, well, I want to make sure she's okay, like mentally she's okay, she's not trying to, you know, she's not checking out and stuff like that, because, you know,
find me jump off the balcony or something.
Yeah, or, you know, try to like kill us in our sleep or something, you know, because women do crazy things when they have postpartum depression, and it's not you know,
it's not unheard of.
It's not unheard of. So it's just like my anxiety was like up, but it's just like it wasn't up to where I was having to take my medication or anything like that, or like my anxiety was like showing to where, you know, it was noticeable. Like my anxiety was just like,
she has really bad anxiety. So like
okay,
she was super strong. She was like literally my backbone. The whole, like, from the beginning of the pregnancy to the end to everything, like, support system and your spouse. If you have somebody who's not there for you when you need the most, it's gonna be all bad. And like I said, like, but fucking for me, when I didn't sleep. Like, he was in his bassinet, I would like get up like out of my sleep, like 20 minutes into my sleep, like, and I'd be like, is the baby okay? She'd be like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, let's make sure he's still breathing. Like, it was so, like, all I could think of was like SIDS and just like, I'm fucking running, my mind's running. And I can't sleep, and I'm worried about the baby or him turning over, and I don't know. And he puts his face like suffocating himself. I'm like, it was a lot of different things. It was a lot of different things for us. For me, it was a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And it was just having your own child is just something completely different. You know, to the moms out there already, you guys know what I'm talking about. But to new moms, like, once you finally have them, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally would do anything for them. And just like the worst things, you think about the worst, and you get so overprotective, and just,
that's when the anxiety starts to kick out.
And it's just like, it's real. That shit is legit.
That's when the anxiety starts kicking out, and you just like, okay, what is it called? They become like a hypochondriac or something.
Yeah,
like that when you
I was already one as it is.
like,
you know what I'm saying? And like, so he sleeps in our bed with us though. I mean, he always had. Okay, as a mom who nurses, for me, I did not want to get up in the middle of the night and go pick his little butt up, okay, and bring him into the bed to nurse him and then put him back. Because honestly, I was exhausted. So when I would be nursing him, I'd fall asleep with him on the boob.
Mind you, his crib was literally like 2 feet.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
From our bed.
I was too exhausted. Like, can you imagine being so exhausted you have to put medicine in my arm and then go to sleep and then breastfeeding him and then go?
No, it's a lot.
It was so much, and so he's till this. Look, take this video and learn from the mistakes that we're making here, okay? Or not. Some people like to share the bed with their kids. I don't mind it. The fact that I have a Cal King and he takes up half the bed bothers me, but I love having him in the bed. Like, when it was time, like when we try to put him in the bed or the crib or whatever, finally, and stuff like that, it just felt so empty without him. Like, she'd be like, yes, I get to hold my wife. Me, I'm like, oh, because my baby's okay. Like, I'm not distant, you know, but it's just like, I'm like, is the baby okay? And she's just like, basking at me, is like, babe, hold me, you know, like, and I'm just like, oh, you know, the baby, like, I miss him, like, you know, is he okay? And I'll get up and stare at him, and she's like, what are you doing? Instead of checking him, like, making sure he's breathing. Like, it's crazy, and like,
she was real life like that too.
Yeah, and it's an amazing experience, you know. Despite all the shit we've been through with our pregnancy, with our labor and delivery, everything was worth it.
Yeah.
And now he's the most smartest, intelligent little human being, man, whatever. He's a fucking gremlin, okay? I'll just tell y'all that. He is a gremlin. But, yeah. I mean, if you guys have questions, anybody that ever watches our videos, any moms, anybody, you guys have questions, spouses, hey, we're down to answer them. You know, just ask.
Yeah.
Comment, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want, and we'll answer them. We will reply back to you, let you guys know. From our experience, we're not professionals. That was only our first child. We're on our second now. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like every experience can benefit somebody out there.
Yeah.
So if I can share my experience, and then there's questions that we had because your experience was similar, and how I got through things, or how we got through things, or how she dealt with helping me get, like, what her plans are to help me get through this depression and stuff like that, we're open to all that. You know what I mean?
No question is a dumb question.
Never, especially when you're new to something.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we were new to everything. We were asking all the questions. We thought, well, we just...
we show up.
You know what I'm saying? Got circumcised. Is this normal? Like, bruh, like, what's up? Like, you know? Stuff, like, a lot of things that we had questions for, we asked our parents. But our parents are like, they're old. I love them, but they old. Okay, and they was like, well, before was the Stone Age. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
That was their favorite line.
Okay.
Well, back in my day.
Back in my days,
before,
right?
like,
I didn't worry about all this, and I didn't have this, and I didn't have a gender
Right.
reveal. And we're like, moms, come on, man. We're like, you guys is old. Okay, I ain't gonna say crusty because y'all still good looking and beautiful and all, but y'all kind of old. And if you watch this video, I love you guys, and I'm so sorry. You guys are beautiful women, but Lord Jesus. Don't
times
give me
have
that.
changed.
Oh, times. Hey, last week completely different from the week, you know, from this week. So everything changes that fast.
Yeah.
Especially in like 60 years. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys, they're not that old. They are not that old. Our parents are really young, but still, they be giving you that. Oh, back in my day, we didn't have to worry about this,
Yeah.
and that. Like, you know, we're just gonna turn this over. We're gonna learn. We're just gonna do it nowadays. Okay. You know, but yeah.
Yeah,
That was our recovery road, man.
It was long, but you know what? I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Never.
So it's a lesson learned type of thing. So we know for this pregnancy and this delivery, we know what we not gonna tolerate at all, and we know, you know, where we draw the line when it comes to certain things and stuff.
Honestly, I have PTSD.
She
Because
really
of
does.
So, like, after that, I said, I'll never have a kid. I'm never gonna carry again, but I want to. And then, but I'm scared on her behalf because I don't want what I went through to happen to her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for her. Because if anything happens to my wife, I'm gonna have to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm scared. Like, I just hope we end up in the right hands and the right doctor, and I hope they take care of us like they should. You know. She said she feels 100%, and I think I would feel 100% if I didn't have such a bad delivery.
Yeah, I feel like she would too.
But I feel like I still have my, you know what I'm saying? So my
And
trauma,
there's nothing wrong.
my traumas. So we'll see. You know, once the baby gets here and it's time for the baby to get here, you know what I'm saying? You guys get to see all that and know what we're getting through with that recovery. I mean, everybody's different. Everything's different. Every hospital's different. We're going to another hospital now. It's a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of our insurance and stuff like that, and we're just hoping for the best. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, like I said, comment down below, and hey, we'll answer them to the best of our ability. If you missed anything, there's anything else you want to know further about, again, comment down below and we'll touch base on all that as much as we can. But
like, share, and subscribe.
there you go.
There you go. And give this video a thumbs up too.
Thumbs up. And stay tuned for the next video. Come back. Don't forget about us. You feel? Alright, y'all. Shoots.